Hello, 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 and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Rescue Bots musical podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
Nope, not a chance. I'm not singing. I'm David.
You are the blades of this.
No, he's the Kade.
Heatwave.
He's the Heatwave and Kade.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was distracted by one of my cats probably eating something he shouldn't be.
Unfortunately for us all, I am the Blades.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone has to be.
Come here, you. Give me that.
So yeah, this is I Have Heard the Robots Singing, the 76th episode of Transformers Rescue Bots, the 24th episode of the third season, so we are coming right up to that finale. This first aired June 6th, 2015, and was written by frequent Rescue Bots writers Brian Holfeld and Nicole Dubik.
Yay.
Hey!
Yes.
And directed by Frank Squidace. Or Squidace. Squidace?
Frank Squidward.
Squidward.
Oh yeah, Squidward Day was recently, wasn't it?
What?
Or don't make fun of Squid. There was...
What is this millennial nonsense?
No, well, yeah, it was garbage, but I forget what it was.
So yeah, this is the famous musical episode of Transformers Rescue Bots, the only, I believe, musical episode of Transformers Rescue Bots or Transformers period.
I was gonna say, that was it.
I mean, in general, your sort of, action cartoons do not have a lot of musical episodes, although I feel that a couple were probably inspired by that, was it Menace of the Music Meister?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, you didn't have, episodes where the characters were singing, but you occasionally had episodes like the Cold Slither episode of G.I. Joe, where, popular music especially is a part of the plot. But
yes.
Or every episode of Gem, depending upon how you define action show.
Oh man, I loved all that music.
If you define the action show for boys, then yes, it's uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if anybody's made a file of just all the songs from Gem, because I'm sure
you can find a playlist on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a SoundCloud
that
or
needs
something
to be on a candy pink vinyl.
Absolutely.
Come on, Hasbro.
Dig up those master tapes.
Yeah.
This
they did that inexplicable Transformers G1 background music vinyl release.
Oh, right.
It was good music to have, I just don't know why it needed to be a vinyl release.
That is weird. Sometimes I just feel like, sitting back, getting high, and listening to boom, boom, boom.
I bought it, though. I absolutely bought it.
So we open. It's Griffin Rock. There's a whole bunch of traffic around Mayor Hall, or around City Hall, thanks to Mayor Lusky holding the tryouts for Griffin Rock Idol. Words
are hard today.
Yes, they are.
It's an Idol Master episode? Is this anime idols? Little singing girls?
This seems like
or these virtual idols?
Extremely
Kelly Clarkson.
Specific. Yeah,
That's an idol?
I guess
What's a Kelly Clarkson?
This is David knowing more about Japanese culture than American culture.
Yeah, I don't...
Spoken like a man who has not seen From Justin to Kelly.
Oh, God, no. I don't think... I've seen a couple minutes of American Idol. I have not watched an episode.
I care not for American Idol, but I am aware of its existence.
I am aware of the annoying British man who's on all of them.
Listen, that is going to be a no from me, dog. Anyway,
I like whenever there's any news involving a pop star, and all the news programs are trying to make clever references using song titles and lyrics, and I'm just like, why are these people talking weird? Are they having a stroke? Because I don't get any of the references. Ticketmaster.
Listen, you just got to stay hip and with the zeitgeist, like me. That's why I use the word zeitgeist. Anyway, so Chase and Heatwave, Chase is just directing traffic. Heatwave and Kade think this is super dumb, and Blades just wants to sing.
Kade would like to point out that singing has no place in rescue work.
Yes.
Exactly.
Blades
and of course
just like singing.
And of course, Blades wants to sing even though he is terrified of performing in public, so may he just like to be famous instead.
Yeah, well, he's terrified about performing in public because he has to make a presentation to Optimus Prime and the other bots introduced in this episode or this season. What the fuck were they?
It was High Tide, Blur, and Salvage.
Yes.
I feel like this episode pretty much just chooses to not engage with the conceit of them having to act super robotic around strangers.
No, we're not paying so much attention to that quite yet.
Yeah. Because generally non-sentient machinery does not sing.
Have you ever played Portal or Portal 2?
Well...
I guess they count as sentient.
I was going to say, at that point... there's an argument to be made. As someone who was role-playing a mad scientist character when that was very popular, I was definitely making a note here. Huge success.
So of course, this is being covered by Huxley Prescott, who is doing so, I guess, even though that little camera drone of his flies, he's decided he needs like a crane shot from this big, extremely rickety tower of scaffolding.
Of course. Yeah. Of course he does. Look, we have to start the episode somehow. So he's got to put himself in danger.
So, of course, he has...
Someone has to make bad decisions so we can start the episode.
And of course, when we start the episode, we get the lyrics on screen of the theme song, complete with following the bouncing rescue bots' heads.
Yes.
Oh, I skipped through the opening, so I didn't notice.
You're one of those people.
You fool!
I don't like the theme song.
I need theme songs to get me into the mood of the show.
Yeah. I was a little lukewarm on it at first, but the theme song really grew on me, so I have definitely continued watching through it.
Well, I don't want to listen to it twice every week.
Well, it definitely helps that we have now heard it 76 times.
Yeah,
yes.
It is background noise that's there. I don't absolutely hate it, I just don't like it.
To the rescue. Okay. And you can sing along now because it's got bouncing captions.
Mm-hmm. So, Prescott is rescued with a mat of foam goop that gives him a foam goop beard.
It's pretty cute. He's got kind of a Colonel Sanders thing going for a minute.
Yeah. And so
it felt like it was supposed to be a reference to something, but I didn't quite get it.
Probably just a reference to having a foam goatee.
Yeah.
So to clean this up, they're going to have to delay the auditions, but that's fine to the mayor because that means that crew from the mainland is going to have more time to get there.
Bring that news crew from the mainland. I guess, so it's like how you could have, a smaller areas media outlets. I don't know. I feel like I could go onto a whole tangent about the death of local news. But I guess you have, the bigger city, if the DC news stations are reporting on something going on in, Richmond.
Or it's like how Phil Connors goes to Punxsutawney.
Yes.
In Groundhog Day.
Much like that.
But of course, this has Huxley Prescott's nose at a joint.
Yeah. Well,
he does. Understandable, because he's used to being, the news source.
Those lousy Bangor big shots are going to put me out of a job.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have Doc Greene trying to... Well, before the cut to peril, he was trying to sneak a purple boombox into the city hall, and it's like, I'm just having G1 flashbacks. Why do you have that giant boombox? Why are you carrying it inside an important building?
What do you mean?
Sound waves in this episode.
Yeah, this is in fact the Tone-O-Tuner. I believe Doc Greene invented this for Cher.
Or T-Pain.
I was gonna say, so he's invented auto-tune. I think he's about 15 years late for that.
Well, you see, this is like super auto-tune, as we're soon about to find.
Also, I notice at this point that the background music seems especially robust, even before we get to the singing for the episode. Like, there's extra little instrumentation going on.
Yeah. So, of course, you know, Frankie is not exactly thrilled at this prospect, because it is kind of cheating.
Just a little.
And and also, of course, her voice actress is an actual professional singer.
So yeah,
and
understandable.
I think she was on American Idol.
Aw, okay, I'll be nice about American Idol then.
Or she was on some sort of rescue or some sort of reality competition. And she also sings the theme song for Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, which she is on.
You know, which
we may be talking about in the future.
I was wondering if she might, like, sing in that, because she does do a pretty good musical number at the end of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought the theme song for that show was going to be the song they used in the trailer, which was, wasn't it Childish Gambino song or something?
I mean, I think they used that in the original, but then later they released a...
okay, I guess I haven't seen another trailer.
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. She was a contestant on the X Factor, which is sort of like sort of like American Idol, but is not American Idol.
I see.
Anyway. So she, Doc Greene agrees that they're not going to use this, but unfortunately they have been overheard by local beret-wearing, sinister rich girl, Priscilla Pinch.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who is going to use this thing and use it to get a recording contract.
She is of the moral opinion that it's not cheating if you win.
That's right.
So she will have a...
Pinch or no pinching.
She will have a very promising career in politics someday. Oh no.
So, so she steals this thing. It is unable to make even her terrible singing listenable, so she just kind of, she gets caught. She's at risk of getting caught, so she just stashes it in Prescott's news van /home.
Well, yeah, you got to plant the evidence on somebody else, and Huxley is a perfect choice.
Just sort of like under his broadcast equipment, and then he comes and he's mad about this crew from the mainland. And at some point, he mentions, I think, that he used to sell shoes.
Yes. Sometimes I wonder why I gave up selling shoes.
Nice, honorable profession.
It is.
Instead, you became a reporter.
A time-tested profession from the days of Al Bundy.
Yes.
So, he's...
Shit, is he the only, TV shoe salesman? He's a horrible example. Jeez.
I mean, it's not a particularly exciting business, I guess.
Well, no, it's just I remember as a small child who needed corrective shoes, my shoe salesman was very nice.
Oh, so he was not an Al Bundy type.
No, he was a really nice guy who ended up later in life being, well, as time went on, my mom was an Avon lady for a while, and the lady above her turned out it was the shoe salesman's wife.
Uh-huh.
It was a small world.
I mean, small town, I assume.
Was she an oversexed redhead?
No.
Like Peg Bundy.
No, I don't think. Well, she wasn't a redhead, but
okay then.
I don't know about the sex part.
A little young to know about the rest of it. It's not like when
I would see them occasionally, but not often enough to discover that.
So you didn't.
Listen, Al Bundy is of course television's first asexual icon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you didn't have the experience that I had when my mom decided that suddenly I was old enough to hear about who in our town had absolutely been involved with who else, and whose child absolutely had a hair color that did not match their husband, but did match the guy who ran the shop down the street.
My mom didn't get that much into gossip about that other than, well, one of her cousins might have been that. Maybe that there's an iffy thing, but like not at the extended town. The town was big enough and she wasn't into gossip.
Admittedly, a lot of this involved my own cousins. My mom's brothers had notoriously bad taste in women. Oh,
no, and I tend to avoid gossip in general, except like some Sunday mornings I like to go out to local places for breakfast if I feel like waking up early on a Sunday.
Ooh,
and the latest gossip has been about meth heads, and that gets repetitive.
Yeah, that's what I'm on Facebook for.
Yeah.
Anyway, shoe salesman.
Anyway, off-screen toilet flush.
Anyway, I had an aunt who was a real Peg Bundy.
No thanks, Peg.
And a cousin with platinum blonde hair.
Oh. Anyway, so he accidentally turns this tono tuner on, and then promptly has a terrible car accident.
Well, because of knockoff Burt Reynolds driving wild.
Dude
again.
needs to have his license
because his hat flies off?
Yes, he's...
I guess, or something. It's just weird, like, in the span of like 15 minutes, Huxley Prescott has 2 accidents in his life.
He's driving a convertible, and his hat flies off, and he turns to look at it. And he veers over the center lane, or over the center line, and dude needs to have his license revoked. I'm just saying.
I mean, if this whole tono tuner didn't think this, it's possible this episode would have been about Huxley Prescott becoming the Joker.
Because...
I mean, if this episode was nothing but a series of him getting into accidents, that would be entertaining.
He's got the Joaquin Phoenix suit already, kind of.
Oh,
yeah. No. Oh, no.
I don't know if there's a long staircase anywhere on the island, unless there's one up to the mountain.
Da-da-da-da, hey, da-da-da-da.
I bet there is one up to the mountain, but it's all, like, just, like, a hiking path, so it's just logs that somebody's put in at regular intervals.
I mean, as we've seen, Griffin Rock has everything.
Yes.
If a giant staircase is required for the plot, it will have a giant staircase.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so yeah, his van crashes. The van that he probably also lives in, possibly down by the river.
Yes, absolutely.
And then, so now his broadcasting equipment is now broadcasting the electronic tones of the tono tuner, which apparently works by expanding neutrons or something, which sounds extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
he's got a little spinning antenna dish on top of his van, and that starts broadcasting. And I love the little dish.
Well, yeah, you have to have a spinning dish on your spaceship Winnebago van thing.
I realize that this is important.
Practice.
And so, the rescue bots get there, and they are affected by the religion, and they must sing.
Yes, and thus the musical begins.
They must sing.
The only episode of Rescue Bots I saw before doing this podcast.
What a bizarre choice.
It is.
I don't know if
especially since
someone
I believe you're on the record as hating musicals.
Yes! I don't know if it was just like the one I accidentally caught when it was on TV, or if like somebody in our friend group had recommended it. Then it's like, oh, I'll watch an episode of that show. What the fuck is this? Why are they singing?
I mean, there are kids' shows that are heavily singing oriented, but this is not usually one of them.
No,
it's like
I can definitely tell that the writing crew enjoyed this one.
Yes,
I guess. Yes,
and I'm going to say some of the voice actors.
Well, because some of the voice actors are legitimately good at singing.
Yes,
some of them are not, but they're trying. But they're not trying that hard.
This means you, LeVar Burton. He's definitely doing like the Rex Harrison talk singing.
I don't know. I kind of like LeVar Burton. it was the Rex Harrison talk singing, but it felt like, oh, if you practice more, you could be good.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because, I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of overlap between voice actors and people who are capable of actually singing.
I mean, I guess Maurice LaMarche, I'm sure, he was on Animaniacs. I'm sure he's singing all the time in that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it always goes back the other way, but thinking about how Danny Elfman had to have a actual acting voice actor to do Jack Skellington, and he just did the singing parts. I guess they do that a bit in Disney, don't they? I don't pay that much attention to Disney.
Yeah, classic.
I think so, yeah.
I think a good bit of 90s.
Maybe less now, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you go back to shit like The Jungle Book, and it's all flipping voice
Although I guess, what was it? That Frozen, I think the main girl is like Kristen Bell, but when she sings, I think she's Idina Menzel.
No, that's just the two different sisters.
Or as John Travolta would say, Adele Dazeem.
No, that's just the two different sisters. One of the sisters is Kristen Bell, and the other is Idina Menzel.
I guess we can tell on this podcast who is and who has not seen Frozen.
I have not seen Frozen.
Neither have I.
I just like Danny Elfman.
Well, yes.
But anyway, I do know that Lacey Chabert, I guess she started out, she was in Les Miserables on Broadway, so she can sing.
Yeah, I knew she could sing, I just didn't know
Which you can tell from this episode.
To be fair, LeVar Burton is not a voice actor primarily.
No, there's not a lot of call for singing on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Sadly.
Wasn't there? I would swear there was more singing in that show than it needed.
Well, there's definitely... What are they doing? Is it Generations where they're doing Gilbert and Sullivan?
Oh, man, I don't know.
I mean, that's Patrick Stewart, though.
Well, okay, admittedly, it's Patrick Stewart doing a lot of the heavy lifting of adding singing to Star Trek.
And if you're an old British ham, you're probably doing musical theater.
I feel like voice actors and stage actors tend to be good at singing, but people who are primarily like TV or movie face actors, not so much.
Yeah, it's more about projecting.
LeVar Burton can certainly get that exception because he is not, primarily vocally focused.
But you don't have to take our word for it. And also, you should not take our word for it. I mean, obviously we cannot capture the full musical nature of this episode. It is on YouTube. You should check it out.
Absolutely. It is very charming.
And now, in hindsight, I'm really disappointed that there was not one more guest character in this episode. We missed the opportunity to have singing Mark Hamill again.
Oh, man.
Well, he does sing in that one episode of The Simpsons.
Yes.
And Muppets show.
Oh, well, that's right.
Yes.
And, I guess he's doing a little bit of singing in the Star Wars Holiday Special. Although that's mostly Carrie Fisher, and mostly the substances inside Carrie Fisher.
Fisher and
I'm not
so
sure you
much
could call
cocaine.
It singing in that episode. I'm not sure you could say acting in that special thing.
I think there's a song on Christmas in the Stars that has Mark Hamill on it. It's mostly Anthony Daniels, though.
And a little John Bon Jovi.
Yes, and a little John Bon Jovi. So much Anthony Daniels, though. Why does that? I mean, I know why that album exists, but why do I have 2 copies of it on vinyl?
Why do you have 2 copies?
I can tell you why.
And what do you get a Wookiee for Christmas if he already has a comb?
I can tell you why I have 2 copies is because I worked at a used bookstore and we got 1 copy and I immediately bought it, and then we got a second copy that was in slightly better condition.
Oh, I guess.
And I should really put one of them on eBay or something because it's apparently worth like $50
yes. now. I think I would hope it'd be more than that. Jeez.
Speaking of things that are extremely out of print.
Yeah. Anyway, we're in a musical episode, and there's no turning back.
And then we just kind of get a bunch of songs. We get a villain song from Priscilla Pinch because it's all about her.
Yes. It absolutely is all about her. Also, I love when everyone realizes that they're singing, and you get it's 8 panels, but it's the sort of Brady Bunch squares, And you get Danny
Yes.
in front, and Blades and Boulder are super into it, and Chase is
they're
just
happy.
like, you can just imagine Chase's jaw clenched completely shut, like he will not speak if this is what is going to come out.
Yeah,
but both Blades and Boulder are enjoying it so much.
Yeah, it's like a scale of who enjoys it to who hates it. Like it goes from Boulder to Kade, and
Who
it's
are
just-
angry about it. Chief, who is a little confused, but okay, and Chase is terrified of the prospect.
Yes.
Graham, he's like,
He's kind of okay with it.
kind of
He's
okay,
but
like, he
he's
doesn't hate it,
also not-
but I'd rather not.
he's also, he's opting out, but he's like not talking very much in this episode at all, and I kind of wonder if it turned out that his voice actor was actually incredibly bad at it. Just the extent to which he is not involved. But yes, Boulder and Blades are down on the end, just bopping away, just being very... And Blades is just like, la 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 la.
So yeah, they have to give this presentation. We get a brief appearance here from Blur, who is openly disdainful of how those goofballs back on Griffin Rock have to sing, and Selvage, who's kind of into it.
We do get some more protoforms in the background who are...
And yeah, just some rando protoforms. Who are these people?
who are all, as my sister describes it, naked.
Yes.
Who are these people?
Yeah, they don't. The background protoforms don't get lines.
I know
Well,
Edgar. I know.
What is it?
Another just High Tide,
Yeah, High Tide
who
is-
is also there.
Yes.
One of the bots, the protoforms just claps after all the singing,
Yes.
and then they just stare at him.
And unfortunately, Optimus Prime could not make it, which means... I wonder if at one point there was like, so, Peter, do you, No.
Bet he could sing. Again, he's like he's a vocally focused actor. But yeah, maybe he didn't feel like it, or, he's pretty old, so
Yeah.
the old vocal cords might not be holding up like they used
Come
to.
on, Peter, you know Welker would do it.
He would. He would, again, on Animaniacs.
Well, and, what's it called? The Rescuers Down Under.
Ooh.
For whatever reason, George C. Scott is the villain in that, and I guess it's possible he just refused to sing
I feel like...
because he starts to sing and he just turns into Megatron.
I feel like you know what you're signing up for, though, when you do that, so...
It could have just been a thing where, like, his voice blew out, like Jeremy Irons in The Lion King, where halfway through Be Prepared, he just turns into, like, Jim Cummings doing Darkwing Duck.
Yeah. Oh, buddy.
So anyway, the Blur and Salvage segment of this episode is the part I remember most from the first time I watched it. It was like, oh, I'm tired of all these singing robots. Oh, hey, those guys look cool. Why can't the show be about them? They're not singing.
And so we get Boulder, who's singing about the beauty of Earth. He's kind of like in an impressionist painting.
Oh my god, it was so good. It's so pure.
It's very...
I'm not sure how the timing lines up here, but I was thinking of that Insane Clown Posse Miracles.
I think this was a little after that, so maybe.
Okay.
It's extremely wholesome, though.
But, like, the background is very, very, very vaguely Starry Night.
Yes.
It's more vertical lines instead of swirls.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's kind of neat.
And then Heatwave and Kade are not participating.
No.
Nope.
They want nothing
And then
to do with
Chase-
this.
And then Chase kind of does like a Gilbert and Sullivan number about police codes.
Also, I just
Yeah,
want
it
to
was
point
very
out
maritime.
that Blur specifically just really wants to make things worse because he keeps needling Heatwave and Kade about it.
Yes. And apparently these are actual police codes used by the Maine State Police.
So that would
one of them was
explain
about a moose?
why they have
What about
one.
is like moose hunting after dark?
Yeah.
It's illegal to be out at nighttime hunting moose.
Yes.
I think that's a
Also-
reasonable law, but it's also a weird one, man.
Chase has Blades and Boulder as his backup singers. Because-
Yes, they start off by kind of doing like a barbershop quartet. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, they do the Three Stooges introduction.
Yes.
But yes, I like that there's a line about how it's illegal to be out at nighttime hunting moose.
There's a reference to a funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Yes.
I did not expect that joke.
I mean, this is, I believe, the only episode of Transformers named after a T.S. Eliot line.
Oh, the title went over my head, and probably a bunch of other jokes did. But something funny happened on the way to the forum. I at least got that joke, even if I've never seen that movie.
It's from the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. I have heard the mermaids singing, each to each. I do not think that they will sing to me.
Sure.
It's a good poem.
Okay.
Anyway, and then we cut to Danny and Blades, and Danny is doing like full on like kind of 90s indie folk pop.
Yeah, that is part of my problem with when shows do musical episodes. Genres all over the fucking place. It's not uniform,
of course.
and it's,
you gotta give you want to get the full breadth of the musical experience. Whereas this kind of sounds like a very credible Sixpence None the Richer B-side or something.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, because Lacey Chabert can at least sing, but
yes.
Like it's that genre switch. Like, how many actual musicals swap between more than like maybe 3 genres of music tops?
I don't know. You usually get like ballads in there, and then whatever else you're doing. And
you got 2. You got whatever their standard genre is. Then you have ballads or something. You have like switching between 2 genres.
I don't know. You gotta have like the funny song. You gotta have like the bad guy song.
Well, yeah, yes, but a bad guy song in a similar genre to the rest of the damn musical.
Sometimes the bad guy song's a little rockier.
Yeah, a little more bombastic.
But there's a goddamn 50s doo-wop song in this episode.
There is also that, yes.
It's all over the map.
They have range. But the Danny and Blade song is also very wholesome, and I highly recommend looking it up. But it's not about rescue at all.
Something that completely went over the top of my head the first time I saw this, because I hadn't seen the rest of the show. Chase's song about the legal codes references to previous episodes in the background because he's got a big screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Listing off all the crimes
he's witnessed. You definitely see Humongado in there.
Yes, the kaiju.
It's public disturbance.
Yeah, public disturbance with a kaiju. What else are you gonna cite a giant monster from a TV?
I do
like. A movie screen with?
I do appreciate learning that these are actually codes from the main legal system, and that's why, therefore, there is stuff about moose.
And somehow, despite all this, Griffin Rock Idol still going on.
Yeah. I mean, everybody can sing really well now, so bring it.
Yes, of course, the mayor wants to take advantage of that.
Also, all the townspeople are definitely, like, on board with what's going on.
Yeah,
like, it's weird,
we see that
but
kind of, like,
they're digging it.
That kind of, like, blonde, goofy surfer dude. I'm trying to remember where we've seen this, like, hunchback guy.
Yeah!
Yeah, because there was a barbershop quartet, like, was he at the docks in an earlier episode or something?
He definitely works at the docks or something.
Big works at the docks.
Every episode.
Oh, that's the guy. He's a lifeguard. He's in the episode where they that expired canned meat is turning people into monsters.
Oh yeah! Wow.
And I remember him because he's Mr. Talbot, like Larry Talbot.
Talbot, as in the Wolfman. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's a weird callback, but that's this entire episode. Oh, and the mayor's assistant is on the judging panel.
Yes.
But he's also at the end of the line with a banjo in one scene to join in.
Maybe he has an identical twin.
Maybe?
Or because he kind of looks like Urkel, this could be like a Stefan Urquell situation.
But they were in the same clothes. One just had a banjo, and he was standing next to a guy with an accordion.
Maybe he plays...
Who was not a Weird Al reference.
Various instruments.
It's also possible this is a Dead Ringers situation.
Maybe. Or maybe he just got cloned at some point, and there we go.
Also, this is Griffin Rock.
It is.
On this island? Yeah.
Yeah, so Prescott is, he's still really mad about this mainland broadcasting, so he's decided to amp up his broadcast.
He does
so they're going to hear it in
report-
Australia.
He does report that in continuing developments, I'm still singing.
Yes. Oh, wait. When they save him earlier in the episode, do they actually write his news van? I can't remember.
They don't. He just gets it by himself, I guess.
I was going to figure, it's like, cause I remember it being on the grass, and I thought it was still up against the wall. How the fuck does he get it down?
Come back here. I live here.
Well, I guess maybe he got the guy that crashed in the gyrocopter to help him, who managed to safely crash for once in a bush.
So yeah, so this also begins to destroy the entire island.
Yes.
So, and Graham is kind of explaining what's going on in like a 50s doo-wop song.
Yes, with the lyrics, the refrain "Roll to the rescue."
Well, the "Roll to the rescue" is kind of more. That's more like Beach Boys.
Whatever it is.
But he's explaining how the vibrations are basically rattling everything apart.
Yes, and unfortunately, this song was written by Charles Manson.
There's a singing dog in it?
That's the son of Sam.
Oh. I have not studied serial killers. Sorry.
Who is voiced in the movie Summer of Sam by Transformers veteran John Turturro.
Ooh.
The talking dog, not the...
Yes, I kind of figured.
Not David Berkowitz.
I just know that I was listening to a podcast that did an episode about Jeffrey Dahmer and then cut in with an ad for Butcher Box.
Ooh.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
Anyway, Salvage is kind of, getting into this. We're heading out. We have finally tracked down this device in Prescott's van, thanks once again to the Griffin Rock Panopticon.
Yes. Good old Panopticon.
And they somewhat anticlimactically just kind of turn it off. And everybody doesn't... And it... Blades is sad because he used to be able to sing and now cannot. And Priscilla is mad because she really can't sing.
No.
Well, yeah, and she's next up in the review of the townsfolk to sing.
Yes. But then here's Frankie.
But Kade is happy he doesn't have to sing now. Not that he was singing this entire day. He refuses to admit that.
He vows that he was never singing.
That's right. This never happened. And then, Frankie, turns out, can really sing very well, because her voice actress is a professional singer.
So,
Mrs. Niederlander is on the judging panel?
Yeah, that's... I guess she's like the Paula Abdul. And yeah, she wins Griffin Rock Island. That is pretty much the episode, although we get an extra song over the credits, which was, I guess, cut from the episode.
aw, it's about family.
It much like the Fast and Furious movies. So yeah, this episode is, there's not a lot of plot to it, but I am a sucker for we're showing off the musical talents or non-talents of the cast kind of episodes.
Yeah, I thought it was charming.
Yes.
I would say that
It was
definitely worth looking up on YouTube.
Now I'm wondering if I should go back and rewatch the Music Meister episode, which I really didn't like, of Brave and the Bold.
What?
I don't like singing.
That episode's fantastic. You're insane.
The only musical episode I can think of off the top of my head that I kind of enjoyed, well, there are probably a few others maybe, but when Batman is forced to sing on an episode of, is that Justice League?
Yes, the one where Wonder Woman's turned into a pig.
Yes,
that's a good episode.
That episode I remember liking because there was less singing involved in the episode.
It wasn't entirely about singing. There was just a moment of singing.
Yeah, like the episode of Buffy where they have to sing, don't like that.
Which I feel is like the start of the musical episode trope.
Probably.
Yes, there's that, and there was also a Xena episode around that time.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't remember that. That I might have liked. Because I don't remember.
I mean, Lucy Lawless did famously sing the national anthem before a Detroit Red Wings game once.
Huh.
Isn't she from New Zealand?
Well, yes.
I mean, I guess she can still sing a song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably most famous because I believe she suffered a somewhat catastrophic wardrobe malfunction during it.
Oh, no. Oops.
No, musical episodes tend not to like no.
Specifically, I remember the Detroit News broadcast afterwards referring to her as Lucy Brawless.
Okay, good wordplay out of that.
That's no fair.
Alright, so I believe that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
No, not this week.
It does not. Okay.
Shit going on, and I figured we might run along with the musical episode with me complaining about it.
All right. In that case, that is it for us for this week. We'll be back
one little thing that has happened this week, yesterday in our extended Transformers fandom community.
Yeah, we lost a friend of our podcast yesterday, Andrew Sorahan. You probably know him from his extensive artwork that he posted on Twitter, or from the old obscure Transformers website.
Yes, the obscure Transformers website that kind of eventually morphed into the Transformers Wiki, TF Wiki. So
yeah,
TF Wiki wouldn't be quite what it is without him and that old website.
Yeah, very much.
And he was on the previous incarnation of this podcast, the 80 page cast.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, so we have podcasted with him. It's been a while, though.
A while.
Yeah. We all liked Andrew, and we're really shaken up about this. And
yes, it's.
He was just an enormously creative guy, and we're going to miss him an awful lot.
Yeah, he was basically the only person I could bounce art ideas off of and get lots of constructive feedback from, and not being able to do that is gonna hurt.
Yeah, and he was definitely a foundational part of the fan community, and just seeing the thread on Twitter that David Willis posted and seeing everybody's responses has just really shown how much he meant to our community. So it's rough.
Yeah. So this week has been ended on a bummer. Sorry. Well, that's why this is at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Instead of the beginning of the episode. Jeez.
All right. So we will be, we'll be back next week with more Rescue Bots. We will be starting the season-ending two-parter. But of course, until then, you can find us all over the internet. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is patreon.com/iaconunderground. And as the prices of everything else are increasing, you can still get access to our monthly episodes and all of our back catalog of monthly episodes for a mere $1 a month. And some of those episodes are a lot of fun. If you got time to fit an extra hour or two of podcasting into your month, it's definitely, those episodes are always a lot of fun to do, and we talk about some, often whatever the big movie is at the moment, but in quieter times, fun, weird, random things that we come up with.
And random episodes of cartoons that we meant to get to at some point, and we just threw them on Patreon.
We've got a little backlist. So for February, we are going to be talking about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, because that has finally come to streaming. So yeah, we had a technical problem with our first recording.
I had three.
I'm not going to point fingers.
No, I know. I'm going to point three fingers. Oh, there's my alarm. I have to go put a potato in an oven in a minute or two.
It's going to be nice because for once it'll actually seem like we rehearsed.
Yeah. Because we recorded it a couple weeks ago when it came out. On streaming, and it's like my internet burped early in the episode, and then Audacity did a funny thing that I didn't realize it did, where if you save a file and then you save as a file as the same name, it doesn't remember they added on save as, which is kind of my fault for not knowing Audacity's dumb like that. So
yeah.
we lost 2 hours of my audio, so we have to do it again.
Yeah, we have an episode that's just entirely me and Rob occasionally,
talking to nobody.
Yeah.
But
I mean, admittedly, I didn't have as much commentary as you guys, I don't think, but
this time in re-recording it this week, we have the additional complication of I have seen Quantumania and you two haven't, so I will be sitting
Does
on...
much from that movie come up in...
No.
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't imagine so.
But
You're just going to be
as
leaving hints to characters that we would want to see.
As a random thing, though, I do really appreciate... It's like the token character thing. I appreciate that the fact that we have this entire nation of very scientifically advanced black people means that we can have Jonathan Majors being a mad scientist, and it's okay that he's an evil black guy because he doesn't have to be the black guy. So,
Yes.
Oh, no, he's Kang. Kang is supposed to be blue. And apparently he is blue in the trailers because he has the whole face mask.
Sometimes he has blue lighting, but yeah.
Which,
so it's good that there's not like there's so many characters that you can have some be villains because villains are fun, but villains can be problematic, but they're super fun.
Yeah, he's Kang.
He's Kang.
I love Kang.
All right, so until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm not singing. I'm gonna go draw after I make a potato.
Yay! Sometimes the problems are my fault, but I can usually recover from them. Sometimes they're Loki's fault. Aww,
as long as my internet,
anyway,
Audacity, and I don't fuck up this time.
I'm just hoping that Samwise doesn't start having a sneezing fit in the middle of...
Well, that's cute.
Because he's been having those... it is kind of cute, but it's kind of sad. I know, buddy. I got the heated blanket out for him, so...
Okay.
He's getting to be cozy. Okay.